Hello Canterbury, welcome to Canterbury Live on Wednesday, the 3rd of June. Well, let's get in with our giveaways for this week. You better hear in the background wonderful local artist Thomas Coffey, and we have one of his CDs to give away. Let's have a look at that there, which is great. It's called Take That. Yep, thanks that. Great. So that could be yours, and you could take that home with you, couldn't you? And Chasing the Rose, a wonderful book from Andrea di Robriant. Set in Italia, that could be yours as well. But next to it, a very, very special giveaway. Next week for Men's Health Week, all of this wonderful product here, Extend Life. There is even some eye serum. It's not just for the ladies, the chaps need to look after themselves as well. That is worth over $400 and it could be yours. All you need to do is just go to our Canterbury Television Facebook page, like us, leave your details, and you could go in to win. Coming up on today's show, the beautiful Anne Stone joins me and she shows us what our must-haves are for winter. Diane from Retropolitan, love it when she comes in, all these little bits and bobs from her history. It's like walking down memory lane. And Ira Mitchell-Kirk is in Queenstown at the moment. Yes, being very creative down in the south. I hope she's keeping warm. But we did catch up last week to talk about her beautiful new painting with the Mata Riki theme. But first up, I'm joined by Dr. Evil, but he doesn't have a cat, do you?
No.
No, $1 million?
Yes.
Or maybe $10 million. Let's boost it up. Now, you have to tell us, you dressed up as Dr. Evil on the weekend.
Yes, I drove all the way to Dunedin, went to a 40th birthday party, that was on Saturday, and then drove all the way back on Sunday to be there for the police station demolition. So that was a big long trip. 5 hours each way, but a lot of fun. Dunedin was really busy.
Dunedin's cool. We were there as well.
There's a big concert on the stadium.
It's awesome, isn't it? It's a great space. And the FIFA World Cup, of course, with the under-20s there as well. But it's a great space, isn't it? And if you haven't been there in a while, it's just a really cool city, isn't it?
It's nice. It's a lot of fun. Easy to walk around. It's safe. It was actually warm. I couldn't believe it was warmer than Christchurch.
I know, and that's quite cool indeed. But another cool part, though, another city that's cool, definitely Christchurch, and the terrace is going to look amazing.
Oh, absolutely. This week we start we're starting to drill, not for oil, but for water. We're putting down 4 artesian bores. So 2 of them go 85 metres, 2 go 35. So we drag the water out and we use it for heating and cooling. So we either take temperature out of it or add heat to it. Comes out at 12 degrees and we return it. So we have the extractions and then the return bores. And this will be all of our artesian heating and cooling. We're the first private piece to be doing this in Christchurch or anywhere in New Zealand, I believe. The airport does it, and there's 1 or 2 other, the art centres doing it as well. But we start our drilling this week. We're also doing archaeological digs on site this week. So it's all cranking up, and probably by July we'll be back into stage 1. August we'll be building our Westpac building, starting groundworks there. So it's all starting to get some pace on. And stage 1, February next year, we expect to have it open and running. Extraordinary.
The innovations with engineering, do you personally keep on top of that? Do you have a team there, or is it your personal interest that you'd like to know what's the best thing coming out?
I like to know what's the best, but obviously I don't hold an engineering degree. I've got professionals to do that, but I'm very much buried right into what's going on and how it's happening. So, and on Sunday when we were there, I actually took 25 people onto my building site and dressed them all up in their high-vis and helmets and steel caps. And we actually had the prime position in our buildings for watching a police station come down. What I didn't know was there's this huge shockwave that came across, like an enormous earthquake that hit us, because we were right on the front line. So, and I had to
disturbing.
Oh, that's right. The building's designed for that sort of thing, so it's got its first earthquake. But it was a fantastic position, and what an experience to watch it come down. You never see that sort of thing.
Well, bird's eye view. And have the charges, so you could actually see them slowly going off?
Well, yes, sort of a row of flashes just went up through the building. Boom, 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 boom. Like bright flashes, which when you're on the ground, you can't see them. So we've got this fabulous, and I said to you, I'll send you the clip.
Yeah,
we ran a video of it, and it's sort of blew it enormously loud, these huge charges that went off, and then it stands. And it stands. and it stands. You thought, what's going on? And then suddenly the next row of charges all around the bottom, and then it starts to topple.
God, thank goodness no one ran in to check to see they were going okay. That could be a bit ugly, couldn't it?
Yes.
And so you took a group along. What an amazing experience, though.
Oh, it was wonderful. A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
So what's going in there then?
Well, they're going to be putting several office buildings, House of Tahu, the Oricom, a big engineering firms going in there. They're putting a big car park that council and Ngāi and the businesses around there will use. Plus they didn't put residential on Montreal Street. And isn't that fantastic? Centre City, probably our very first really Centre City residential. We've got them all popping around Barbados and that sort of thing. But this is where it's starting. So that's fantastic.
Rightio, putting on the spot. What's your beef for the week?
I never have a beef. I find life's absolutely wonderful.
I didn't think so. But is something at the moment with the City Council? I know you have this love-hate relationship with the council at the moment. Was anything you'd like to see getting onto it a bit more, the speed or the urgency happening?
I get worried about their dollars and cents. So I've said, why on earth why they want to own a library that in 10 years' time is actually... Technology is changing enormously. Don't own the Jolly Library building, 85 million. Get it built to what you want, sign a lease for 10 years, and then revisit it in 10 years' time. You still own the books and the technology. It might be bigger or smaller. Don't commit yourself. We've got to be careful how we do these things. So I was very much onto saying, please be careful how you spend. Should we be building the stadium where they're wanting to? Perhaps we should be repairing the old one. I think that's what will happen.
Yeah.
But otherwise, put it where the Metro Sports area is. You can then share the car parks, the restaurants and all the things that go around there. Fantastic location, be better. And if they did that combined with it, they'd get a hotel to go there.
Great. So when are you staying for mayor? When are you staying for mayor? What year? What year?
I'm far too naughty. Far too naughty to do that.
Sweetheart, you would be fantastic. You would be fantastic. It would be great. Look forward to next time. Keep shining that beautiful sunshine that you are as you walk in here. Look at these shoes though before we go. We need to show those shoes before we go to the break. Insanely. I'm not going to ask you. They're one-offs, aren't they?
Yes, these are one-offs. They're snakeskin. They came from China. So they're a sample that was created and just happened to be my foot size. Isn't that amazing?
Just happened to be. That good old alligator. Well, Croc, good on you. Take care, my friend. Now stay with us after the break. From one sunshine to another. Ange Stone joins me. Let it go, let it go. We're just talking this in the break, Andrew, about Caitlyn Jenner.
Amazing, amazing.
It is quite beautiful. And Vanity Fair is just a beautiful mag anyway. I love it. It's just the covers are always fantastic.
Yeah.
But you've got to admire Caitlyn for what she has done, really.
Absolutely. I think, this just really goes to show you how, some people are born, like a man is born, but he feels that he should be a woman. And he's just followed what feels right and has really gone and done it.
I know.
And has gone all out to do it. Obviously, there's been a big budget involved.
Huge.
But has really thought it through. Someone who is, so highly respected in the community, in the world, really, from his sporting acumens that he'd made. But it's just incredible. I'm just quite blown away by it, really.
Yeah.
Vanity Fair.
Admiration.
Yeah, it's a really great read. I think to put her on the cover is just incredible. What a great way to say, hello, here I am.
Yeah.
This is the new me.
Oh, it's great. And it's 65. I think that's cool that it's never too late to actually be who you want to be.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
And on to softer things. Winter, it's good, making us feel good as well. But there is some must-haves we should have for this winter, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely.
And you're here to help us along.
Yes.
Skinny jeans. Now, this is always a controversial. We've got a picture here of some skinny jeans.
Yes.
Can everyone wear skinny jeans, though?
Look, to be honest, Andrea, I believe not everyone can. I think, otherwise you're going to end up looking like you've got sausage legs. You'd be better off going into like a straight leg pant or even a boot leg pant. If your legs are in great condition, fantastic. For those of you who just, totally adamant, just make sure your top's much longer and covers up the thigh and and the bottom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, can I throw it out there?
Yes.
Not everyone can wear jeans.
That's exactly right, and really rock the jeans. I totally believe you.
Yeah, jeans are, I hate shopping for jeans. Anyway, denim shirts, which I think is quite cool.
Yeah.
God, things come back around.
Yeah, denim on denim.
Denim on denim.
Yeah,
Does it
like
look good?
this. Yeah.
It looks good on her.
It does.
It's quite funky.
Like the breast pockets, they actually give you a little bit more bust as well. So for those of you who don't have enough, this is always the way to go. And you can kind of see like the mix of the different colour of denim as well. It really does look good. Just keep it simple. I like this look.
It's very clean.
Yeah, really love it. And I love that too. You know, denim skirts.
Yeah.
You know, I very rarely ever throw these out of the wardrobes because you just never know when they're going to come back around. And, you know, pop them on with your nude coloured shoes and a great belt. Keep it simple. Love it.
Gorgeous. Scarves. Love scarves because in winter they just make a black coat if you want to get away from colour. You know, if you don't want to go colour, you bring a bit of colour with your scarf. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, accessories can really change up an outfit and they can add panache. So, you know, wearing scarves different ways as well. I love this one when you tuck it into the belt. I think this is a very cool look. So you put your scarf straight down the front of you and then you put your belt around your waist and have your scarf underneath it.
Okay, we love our woolly jumpers. We've got a couple examples.
Yeah, this is just a really beautiful wrap. It's divine, and I think the thing is with big chunky sweaters, so the chunkier the knit, the fuller one looks as well. So that's something to take into consideration, especially if you're slightly fuller. But yeah, and I'm loving the high polo too.
I love the clean white.
Yes,
It's so crisp, isn't it?
yeah.
Especially for
Winter white is really delicious. It looks really great on your hairline as well.
Cool.
Makes your hair look
Okay,
great.
just got a couple more to go through. Boots.
Yes, they're over the knee, sexy girl look.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Puss in boots.
Yeah, they really are. I think, you know, if you're going to do boots, girls, definitely do the ankle boot or over the knee. Under the knee boot, it's gone.
Wow.
It's off. It's off the planet now.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh jeepers.
So ankle boot or over the knee.
Crikey. Okay, and coats lastly. Coats.
Yeah, coats look. This particular look is just so luxurious. Like, pop it on with a pair of jeans or a pair of heels and you're ready to go. But you can wear this in the day and in the night as well. It's the luxuriousness of coats that can just transform your outfit. You can never have enough coats.
It's gorgeous and love that camel colour.
Yes.
Remember though, if you go to Angela's website, angelastone.co.nz, have you got any of your wonderful cape coats for this winter?
Do you know we've got fuchsia and tangerine is coming in this week. So they're our beautiful ponchos.
Yeah. I always get commented on mine. It's always wear, and stone. There you go. Thanks for joining me today, hun.
My
We'll see you in a
pleasure.
couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Stay with us because now we catch up with Ira Mitchell-Kirk and talking about her wonderful new painting. Well, it's hard to believe it is another month gone and we're into June. And I'm here with Ira Mitchell-Kirk and the beautiful new painting. But there is a definite theme, isn't there, as always with your work?
Yes, so June 18th is Matariki, so that's what I thought I'd whip one up for Matariki to help celebrate that.
As you do, as you do. So talk us through the painting though, there's so much going on.
Okay, so I did quite a bit of research and the different iwi have different versions of the story, so I took inspiration from the bit that I like the most, really. So you've got Rangi the sky god, and then he had children with Pepe, so that's her on the boat, so she was the earth god. But they were separated by their children, and the children were the stars.
Oh.
And then they had more children, so all the stars in the sky are their children, and they also say that they're the eyes of the gods looking at us. So Matariki is midwinter, so it was the time of the year. It would have been very seasonal for them. You can imagine it would be freezing cold, so you're thinking about the time ahead and getting ready, and then thinking about all your whenua that have passed, all those different things. So to help celebrate, what they used to do is make kites, and they would go up into the sky to try and reach their family. Now we do fireworks because we can reach a little bit further, and it's sparkly. And
Exactly.
Yeah, so this is her throwing the stars into the sky.
It's just divine. And the detailing, I love the cloak that she's wearing. That it's just just gorgeous, and you've done it so well.
Oh, thank you.
Can I say this? Is it supposed to look like a leaf?
Yes.
It is, okay.
Yes.
So I don't want to offend you, artist,
because she's the earth god, and
yeah.
they say that Matariki, it's a whole lot of times to reflect. It's also, thinking about the earth and about Mother Earth, and so yes, that's her and how she cares for her children.
Oh,
and how they're all up there looking down on her.
Yeah, exactly. So very excited that you'll get an opportunity to win this beautiful painting. How have you been, my lovely?
Oh, just wonderful, just crazy busy painting. It's wonderful.
And what are you actually ever going to get to the point where you're actually going to tutor, do you think, or you're just far too busy to even think about that?
I do go into high schools and teach part-time, and I get invited now to go and teach around the country, so I'll go to different, say, art expos and things like that and go and teach.
When you have students maybe ask the question, can I make money out of being an artist, what do you say to them?
Oh, I get that all the time.
Yeah.
People look really puzzled when I say yes, and then they'll say, but how much money? And I think, you're so rude. But they're just curious, because we've been brought up, as was I, that you can't make a living, it's not a real job. I hate to say it, but that's really working class mentality, that you've got to work hard, put the hours in, but with art it feels like you're mucking about. But it's a real thing. I have to be disciplined. I paint about 6 hours a day. I do 4 hours of networking, because I also look after people's Facebook pages. There's a whole lot that goes into it. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically it's ignorance then of people to think that this can't be a career. Now, do you need to study to be an artist? Do you think there's there's people that say yes, you must, because you need appreciation of the arts to actually, but do you? You have to be broad-minded. I think and read. I don't know if I have a degree and a diploma in postgraduate education and things like that, but I was an academic. I would go back if I could. But I think the most education I've had is travelling and just seeing art, being exposed to it. But going to that art with a knowledge of what you're looking at is very helpful. Well, even going back to Martinique and this beautiful painting you've created for us, you needed to research.
Oh, and I love that part. Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
As art history is still as vogue as it was, I loved it myself, art history, to appreciate those that have gone and the platform that they set for new artists as well. Is it still important?
Oh, of course. I think now with the internet, children are exposed to art and nice, bright, colourful pictures. You can go on virtual tours around the Louvre, so you can go and have a look at art, and it looks amazing. When I grew up in the country, I did art history through correspondence, and it was photocopied really badly, black and white, and I thought, and this is great art. It just looked horrible.
There's no soul.
No, and now these kids can see it, and I think there's a reawakening because of that. People are wanting to connect.
Yeah.
And you only have to go and stand in a queue at the Louvre that goes for hours to realise people will love it. Yeah.
They do, and they embrace it.
Yeah.
And we love your art, so thank you very much once again for this beautiful painting. And remember, we've been telling you, all you need to do is just call through to Marianne on 3777 033 or go to her Facebook page. Can't wait to July.
I'll have to get thinking.
I know you will. Then look at this. Wow. Very special. Just a hint of what you're going to see after the break. Diane from Retropolitan joins me. Wow. Here we go. Diane, but the Doors going in the 60s. Today we've got so much to get through. It is just quite incredible. My goodness. Where should we start?
Well, last week I had an embroidered piece and you said, look at the handwork in that. And so I thought I'd talk about women's work, because a big aspect of the 60s was the fact that women put so much into their homes. There's a fantastic book by Rosemary McLeod called From Thrift to Fantasy, about women who didn't work outside the home. They had very few resources, but they used them all to beautify their home. Now, one of the big things in the 60s was that everybody knitted. I knitted my children's school cardigans, and this was the famous knitting bag. I had about 10 of them. And there was
Really?
little mention in the press, and people wrote from Westport and all over, and this is the only one I've got left. But you took that with you when you visited friends or in the car, and you knitted, and you put your little ball of wool inside here, and it didn't get dirty as you pulled it out, and of course it kept it away from the kitten. So people had these lovely knitting needle holders. There were all sorts of things invented. I had another one here somewhere, but
Very sturdy as well. I mean, look at that.
well, it is.
Yeah.
Rather horrible too. This was another
I wasn't gonna
much
say
more
that, but okay.
practical one, which has got the sizes down there, old and new sizes as well. And this is one someone's made with a lot of love from a souvenir tea towel, obviously from their OE in London. And then they've put in all the partitions with the sizes on, and there's needles of every size in there, and then it rolls up, wraps up, ties around with a ribbon. That's a similar type of thing. These things were just...
Amazing.
Yes.
But
and
it's reusing
all-
a bit of curtain. That would have been a bit of curtain,
yes,
wouldn't it?
all handmade.
Yeah.
And these are some of the lovely, I've got dozens of these lovely hand-knitted, soft, pure wool beanies.
Oh, beanies.
I mean, here's an example of some lovely knitting with a bit of crochet.
And there's so much better. If you just hold it there, these are much better for holding up a few clothes. They don't catch.
Oh, well, they're lovely for jerseys because you
Yes.
don't get the... But what I was... Oh, and this, do you know, some of my classmates were knitting that at primary school in the 50s, and it's a little plastic thread, and you knitted it this particular way that twisted it. They were such a craze, but it was just the hands were going the whole time. And crochet, there's a beautiful pair
look at
of
them.
little crochet gloves, which would have been
Aren't they
50s or
divine?
60s. Yeah, very beautiful. Lots of doilies, although I don't go in for this fine stuff as much because you'll get those at Dusty Old Things and Lovely Antique,
Dust
Fairy
collectors.
Antique
Yeah.
Centre and so on. And then there was the sewing. Lots, and I mean, if you can see the work in that, just for a little tray cloth. Ours.
So beautiful.
And exquisite. Now this is a very ordinary pot holder. And I don't
But
know
very
if
practical.
you can see the detail, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, 6 times, beautifully folded and sewed, and all to beautify the
It's the
home.
time,
Now,
though. That's what gets me, Diane, is the time that it takes to do this, the
that
patience.
fabric's 70s, so it would have been perhaps a gift.
Right, okay,
Yes.
right.
This is much older, very old, 40s or 50s. Now that's the sugar bag. Your sugar came in a 60-pound bag like that, no plastic, and you tipped it into your big bin. You remember the pull-out
Oh, yes,
bins?
I do, yeah. They're wooden bins and they've got you in the knee.
Now,
It'll be
someone's
something to
made
cry
an
about.
oven cloth out of this, but they've gone to all that trouble to cut out these little flowers, and here's one that's actually got hand embroidery and a little hand embroidered
The
loop.
hook.
Yeah, to hang
yeah.
it up.
Okay,
Or it-
we're losing time, but can we
Right.
scoot up to the amazing fashion because they are just a little bit too sensational to miss out today?
Well, this is a wonderful little retro piece, handmade. It's got the black velvet ribbon. The Lurex puts it firmly in the 60s. This Lurex thread, now that's all the little squares beautifully knitted together. Then there's an edge, but look at
I
this.
kept talking about Mercy. You know Mercy from a lovely foodie fix. I could just see Mercy rocking that. Absolutely.
Now,
wow.
someone's mum must have loved her very much to go to all that trouble, and if she wasn't going to be
It's a bit risque though, Diane, just quietly. There's a bit of draft happening through that, isn't there?
I don't think we worried about such things.
Oh, really?
Especially the age when you would have worn that. And then, of course, that went over it if you're feeling the draft. So, all sorts of things.
And great. And these beautiful pennies, and remember, it's all Retropolitan. That is great. I just love the detail as well. You just can't...
Fancy crocheting this little lady, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those just along the bottom of a very ordinary
Wonderful.
apron.
Great. Hey, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Look forward to next week. Can't wait to see what's in store for us. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been fabulous. Have a fantastic Wednesday, and we'll see you all again tomorrow. Love it, Diane.